So the First Citizens Sports Foundation will on Saturday honor the best of Trinidad and Tobago sporting performers from 2024 when their annual awards ceremony is held at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in the capital Port of Spain. 90 athletes from 30 disciplines will be acknowledged, including committee, TT Olympic Committee and National Athletics Association Sportsman of the Year, Jereem Richards, and Sportswoman of the Year, Leah Bertrand, along with hard-hitting West Indies batsman Nicholas Pooran, 2023 winner cyclist Nicholas Paul, and national 100-meter backstroke record holder Zuri Ferguson. There will also be a Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and you can watch on SportsMax and the SportsMax app beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time. That's local TNT time, and 6:30 in Jamaica. Now, joining us via Zoom is Chairman of the Sports Awards and First Citizens Foundation representative, Kwame Lawrence, who I believe is at the venue at the moment at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain. Kwame, welcome to the SportsMax Zone. Great to have you on. The SportsMax viewers getting ready to watch this event live. Talk to us quickly about the readiness of your association in staging this massive event.
Yes, well, good evening, Lance. Good evening to all the viewers. Of course, with any gala event, there are always going to be the last-minute finishing touches, and that's well underway here at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain. And the chairman of the foundation is actually Dr. Terry Ali, a well-known sports doctor in Trinidad and Tobago and the region. And he was here up to a short while ago practicing his speech, and then of course the entertainment. So everything is falling into place. My function is I'm the chairman of a subcommittee, the awards subcommittee. So I was here to observe the rehearsal, and everything is falling into place at just the right time. Still some finishing touches, but you would know the Hyatt Regency is really one of the most beautiful hotels in the Caribbean. So it's going to be a gala event, and we are looking forward to it.
Yeah, and unlike most other countries in CARICOM, Kwame, TNT has two major sports awards annually, your TNT Olympic Committee Award and now the First Citizens Award, which sometimes replicate each other. I think last year, Nicholas Paul and Michelle Liailly were the winners of both the Olympic Committee Awards as Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year, and the First Citizens as well. I know you don't want to project too much who will win this year, but we know that Jereem Richards and Leah Bertrand won the Olympic Committee Awards, but there are other strong contenders there who will be considered for these awards, along with other sporting awards, not just the overall Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year.
Yes, so certainly, of course, absolutely correct. Jereem and Leah would be among the favorites, but of course, we have Nicholas Pooran. He had, a very good year batting, whether it be for West Indies or in the IPL franchises, the World T20 franchises. Of course, we have Nicholas Paul, who was he didn't get onto the podium at the Olympic Games, but he was, as usual, one of the strongest forces at the Pan American region as a sprint cyclist. And among the women, of course, we have Tennille Campbell, who was coming back from injury and was able to bounce back. I mean, she's still on the road back to where she was before, but she had a really very creditable performance at the World Road Cycling Championships. So there are many athletes, and of course, our awards, we honor both the seniors and the youth awardees. So we have Makaira Wallace again in cycling, a strong year for cycling. Makaira Wallace, of course, breaking barriers and putting Trinidad and Tobago on the podium at the World Junior Track Cycling Championships in China, and that was unprecedented. So she would figure among the favorites in the junior female category, as well as Janie de Gans, the Austin Sealy winner at the Carifta Games with her long jump gold and record. And we have some others who would have done well in the so-called smaller sports. We have Chloe Fraser in table tennis, a silver medalist at the Under-19 Youth Caribbean Championships, and she was just 15 at the time. And we have Jelani Ned cycling again, coming really strong this year. Jelani Ned, he would have gotten a Pan American silver in the sprint. He's one of the rising stars in local cycling here in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, those of us following track and field would remember Kadeem Chinapu after winning the Under-17 200 in, at the Carifta Games in Grenada with that now famous comment about his Jamaican rivals.
Yes, Ricardo was there covering that live, in fact. I'm also keen, Kwame, on the team award because strong candidates for that as well. Among them, of course, would have been the TNT men's hockey team that won the Pan American Cup Challenge in Peru and actually defeated the host by 6-0 in the final. And I think Marcano was tournament MVP. So the men's hockey performance for 2024 would be very strong contenders for your team award.
Definitely, and the Hockey Fives actually, Lance. The Hockey Fives would be where hockey probably was at its best in 2024 from a Trinidad and Tobago perspective. And they would have finished, I think it would be 7th at the World Hockey Fives event. So certainly hockey would be a front runner. Of course, we have that Carifta team, that boys under 20 Carifta team that would have enjoyed a rare victory over Jamaica in that relay at Carifta Games. We have the Youth Pan American team sprint team. That would have been Jelani Ned, Daniel James, and Sindel Samaru at the Pan Am Junior Track Cycling Championship. So quite a few teams that could be in contention for that top spot. But you're absolutely correct. Hockey did really well, and in particular, the Hockey Fives event.
Yeah, and last year the theme was More Than Conquerors. This year it's the power of perseverance. Can you talk to us a bit about, how you come up with the theme and just like all the work that goes in behind the scenes?
Well, Mariah, it's a lot of debate over the themes because we try to project what is topical, and you would see there's a particular trend coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. More Than Conquerors, now the power of perseverance, because of course for all athletes, elite and otherwise, that was a period where COVID-19 either made you or broke you as an athlete, because to come out of that period certainly required perseverance, because many an athlete would have called it a day on their careers during that period, because just according to what territory you were in Trinidad and Tobago, just training was a challenge. And those who came through showed themselves up to be really of strong character. And again, while the pandemic has passed a couple of years now, it's still very much a theme because it required a lot of rebuilding, a lot of reconditioning the mind to be able to get back to the point you were at before the pandemic, for those young ones to be able to train through the pandemic. We had a number of athletes who there was the scheduled Commonwealth Youth Games, and then by the time the pandemic came and went, the rescheduled games, they had aged out of it, and certainly that would have been a demotivating factor. So we try to be topical in coming up with the themes, and well, that's just the way it is coming out of COVID-19, that perseverance, conquering over adversity, that has been a central core element in the athletes that have been excelling post-COVID.
All right, Kwame, we're going to leave it there. Kwame Lawrence there, he's a foundation representative of the Sports Awards, the TNT Sports Awards First Citizens, and we look forward to watching that. So, Kwame, thanks for talking to us. Remember to tune into SportsMax on Saturday evening for the live televised broadcast of the event, 7:30 local time in TNT, 6:30 in Jamaica, that on SportsMax. We go to break. We'll be back with more on the SportsMax Zone Update 2 with Ramarak, I think, coming up next.
You think?